Gentlemen, what's up? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic start to the day. And today, well, interesting one. Over the weekend it was our Barney's birthday. Let me just pop you guys down here. Is that going to work? Oh, precarious. All right, we're in. So, over the weekend, our Barney's birthday, and like any 7-year-old, literally, it's hilarious watching them open presents because he's got all this stuff laid out in the lounge, and we were really conscious this year because of lockdown to make sure they had a really, really good day, as I'm sure anyone with kids is doing at the moment. So we've got all these presents sort of like laid out over the kitchen floor, living room floor, and he comes down like super, super excited. So he's up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's my birthday! And we run downstairs, and it's amazing to see which presents he goes for first. Literally, biggest to smallest, all the way down. And I think there's a lesson right there, possibly in terms of how the brain is designed. And if you can wrap stuff up to look bigger, better, more exciting, then that's really, really cool. Anyway, so we did all his presents, and he wanted for his birthday, you know, like we used to have them when we were kids, like the caterpillar cakes that you get from Tesco's. So we got him one of these curly caterpillar cakes for the evening, and we're lighting the candles, and he blows them all out, and he's like, "Dad, I can't believe I'm 7." I said, "I know, Barney, it's amazing." And he then asked me, like, straight out of the blue, he's like, "Dad, I've been thinking." I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting, Barney. What have you been thinking, mate?" He's like, "I've been thinking, I wonder, how old will you be?" Oh, sorry, let me get this the right way. "How old will I be when you die?" And I'm sat there and I'm like, Barney, I've got no idea. More importantly, that is the oddest question I've ever asked. So anyway, nothing more of it. Like a 7-year-old, like, mind switches and he's off to the next thing. But anyway, I'm in bed that night and I'm awake at like 2 o'clock in the morning with this question just burning around in my mind. So I go to Google and I'm like, right, average age for a male man in the UK to like pop his clogs. Turns out it's around about 79. And that got me thinking. So 79 years old. And I was, let's take the average person here in the UK. And if you've got 79 years, and then let's just say we remove 25 years at the front of your life. So you're 25 in terms of when you get started doing stuff, pushing things forward, business, whatever it might be. And then you remove the last 25 years. So sort of like roughly 55 where you might want to start slowing down, retiring, doing whatever it might be. And I was like, that gives you like 50 years left. And it's kind of interesting when you start thinking about stuff like that, about what you're going to do. And I was like, well, that's interesting. Now let's think about that for a minute. And then let's remove like 10% of that time for, I don't know, eating, sleeping, sitting on the can, and all of that sort of stuff. And I was like, well, I guess if we're going to remove 10% for that, we should probably remove, let's say, 5% for all the usual stuff that you have to do in life, like waiting in queues, stuck in traffic, and all of that. And then let's remove like another 5% of time for, I don't know, like admin stuff inside of the business, chasing bills, paying bills. And when I was doing the maths at like 2:30 in the morning on your phone, I'm like, man, that gives us 17 years. 17 years if you started at like 25 to really make everything that you want out of this life, this experience, and to provide everything that you want to provide for your wife, for your kids, for the future, and all that sort of thing as well. So that was a bit of a wake-up call for me, and I have them occasionally, and I'm like, it really focused my mind in terms of everything that we do here inside of One Man Empire, in terms of the men that are inside of the fellowship, in terms of you guys that listen to me talk, in terms of making sure that my modus operandi, if you want to call it, like my MO, is focused 100% on making more, providing more, and being more, and doing everything that we can to do that in those sort of like 17 years. Christ, I'm not even at 17 anymore. It's slowly going down, rapidly going down here. And yeah, it was, it really, really focused my mind. So question today, gentlemen, as you are sat there listening and watching these words come out of my mouth, what are you doing with your time? Is it the right thing? Is it a constructive use of that time? Because if you sat there at the moment complaining about customers that are just a massive pain, if you sat there doing admin grunt work, which you don't want to be doing, if you sat there just annoyed, angry with the stuff that you have to do on a day-to-day basis, I need you to consider, you've got to make a change. You've got to switch it up. You've got to start getting automations in place to remove the grunt work. You've got to start doing things to filter out all of those customers that you shouldn't be dealing with. You've got to have things in place to make sure that every single minute of your day you are focused on doing the things that are going to really push and drive you forward and make you what you want to be and deliver everything you want for you, for your family, for your future going forward. Time is short, my friend, and we haven't got time anymore to mess around. Let's make it happen. This, my friend, is where legends are made.